Research is hard, but your tools should not be. Subthesis.com is the free alternative to expensive software. Whether you need to calculate Cronbach's alpha or organize your field notes, Subthesis has a tool for it. No paywalls and no registration required. Check the link in the description and let's dive into today's lesson. Welcome back to the Graduate School Prep Series. This video covers a topic that few applicants understand well, but that can significantly impact your career: accreditation. Accreditation is the quality assurance system for higher education. It determines whether your degree will be recognized by employers, licensing boards, and other institutions. Attending an unaccredited program or a program lacking the specific accreditation your field requires can waste years of your life and thousands of dollars on a credential that doesn't open the doors you expect. I've seen students complete degrees only to discover they can't sit for licensure exams or that employers don't recognize their credentials. This is entirely preventable with proper research. By the end of this video, you'll understand how accreditation works, why it matters, and how to verify that programs you're considering meet the accreditation standards your career requires. Here's what you'll learn in this video. First, you'll understand what accreditation means and how it functions as a quality assurance mechanism in higher education. This foundation helps you understand why accreditation matters. Second, you'll learn the crucial difference between institutional accreditation and programmatic accreditation. These serve different purposes, and both may matter for your goals. Third, you'll identify the specific accrediting bodies relevant to your field. Public health, nursing, business, education, and other fields each have their own accreditors with their own standards. Fourth, you'll learn how to verify accreditation status and evaluate what the presence or absence of accreditation means for your career plans. Let's start with the basics. Accreditation is a voluntary quality review process conducted by external accrediting organizations. In the United States, the federal government doesn't directly accredit educational institutions. Instead, recognized accrediting bodies evaluate whether schools and programs meet established quality standards. Accreditation involves self-study by the institution, external peer review, site visits by evaluation teams, and determination of whether standards are met. Programs must demonstrate that they have qualified faculty, appropriate curriculum, adequate resources, effective assessment, and successful outcomes. Accreditation isn't permanent. Programs undergo periodic reaccreditation reviews, typically every 5 to 10 years depending on the accreditor. This ensures ongoing quality rather than one-time compliance. The voluntary nature is important. Programs choose to seek accreditation because of its benefits. The absence of accreditation may indicate a new program not yet eligible, a program that chose not to pursue accreditation, or a program that failed to meet standards. Understanding why a program lacks accreditation matters. Accreditation matters for several concrete reasons. First, eligibility for federal financial aid typically requires attending an accredited institution. Federal student loans and many grants are only available for study at schools with recognized accreditation. Without it, you pay entirely out of pocket. Second, transfer of credits between institutions generally requires accreditation. If you complete courses at an unaccredited program and later want to transfer or pursue additional education, your previous credits may not be accepted. You could lose years of work. Third, and critically for many fields, professional licensure and certification require graduation from accredited programs. If you want to become a licensed nurse, you need a nursing degree from a program accredited by CCNE or ACIN. If you want to be a licensed clinical social worker, you need an MSW from a CSWE accredited program. Fourth, employers in many fields expect accredited credentials. They may not accept degrees from unaccredited programs regardless of your competence. The credential serves as a quality signal, and accreditation provides that signal. These consequences are real. Accreditation is not a bureaucratic formality. It's a gatekeeping mechanism with career implications. Two types of accreditation exist, and understanding the difference is essential. Institutional accreditation evaluates the entire university or college. Regional accreditors like the Higher Learning Commission or Middle States Commission accredit whole institutions. If a school has institutional accreditation, it meets general quality standards as an educational institution. This is necessary for federal financial aid and credit transfer. Programmatic or specialized accreditation evaluates specific professional programs within institutions. A university might be regionally accredited while some of its programs also hold specialized accreditation from field-specific bodies. The business school might be AACSB accredited, the nursing program might be CCNE accredited, the public health program might be CEF accredited. Here's the crucial point. Both may be required for your goals. Attending an institutionally accredited university doesn't automatically mean its individual programs have specialized accreditation. You must verify both. The school needs institutional accreditation for financial aid eligibility. Your specific program may need programmatic accreditation for licensure and career purposes. In the United States, regional accreditors provide institutional accreditation. There are 6 main regional accreditors, each covering different geographic areas. The Higher Learning Commission accredits institutions in 19 states in the Central Region. Middle States covers institutions in New York, Pennsylvania, and nearby states. New England, Northwest, Southern, and Western commissions cover their respective regions. These regional accreditors are recognized by the Department of Education as legitimate arbiters of institutional quality. Their accreditation qualifies institutions for federal financial aid programs. Historically, regional accreditation has been considered the gold standard for institutional quality. National accreditors exist but have traditionally been associated with vocational and for-profit institutions with more variable quality. This distinction has blurred somewhat, but regional accreditation remains the most universally recognized form. When evaluating any graduate program, start by verifying that the institution holds regional accreditation. This is table stakes for a legitimate graduate education. For public health specifically, the Council on Education for Public Health provides programmatic accreditation. CEPH accredits both schools of public health and programs in public health at institutions that don't have standalone schools. The distinction matters. Schools of public health are larger entities offering multiple degrees. Programs in public health are often housed within other colleges. CPH accreditation indicates that the public health program meets established standards for faculty qualifications, curriculum content, student services, and outcome assessment. Employers in public health often prefer or require CPH accredited degrees. Government agencies particularly may specify CPH accreditation in job requirements. The Certified in Public Health Credential, the CPH, requires a degree from a CPH accredited school or program. If you want this credential, which demonstrates foundational public health competency, you need a CPH accredited degree. You cannot test for CPH with a non-CEF degree. For anyone considering public health graduate education, CPH accreditation should be a non-negotiable criterion. Programs without it may be new and pursuing accreditation, or they may have chosen not to meet the standards. Either situation requires careful consideration. Other health-related fields have their own accrediting bodies, many with licensure implications. Nursing programs are accredited by the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education or the Accreditation Commission for Education in Nursing. Graduation from an accredited program is required to sit for the NCLEX licensure examination. No accreditation means no license. Healthcare administration programs may be accredited by the Commission on Accreditation of Healthcare Management Education. While not universally required, CACME accreditation signals quality and may matter for competitive positions. Medical education is accredited by the Liaison Committee on Medical Education. MD programs must be LCME accredited for graduates to pursue residency training and medical licensure. Physical therapy programs are accredited by the Commission on Accreditation in Physical Therapy Education. Again, graduation from an accredited program is required for licensure as a physical therapist. Notice the pattern. In fields with licensure requirements, programmatic accreditation is essentially mandatory. Attending an unaccredited program means you cannot practice in the profession regardless of your education or competence. Beyond health fields, many professional disciplines have programmatic accreditors. Business programs may be accredited by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs, or the International Accreditation Council for Business Education. AACSB is the most prestigious, accrediting only about 5% of business programs worldwide. Education programs are accredited by the Council for the Accreditation of Educator Preparation. Teacher certification in many states requires graduation from a CAP accredited program. Without it, you may not be eligible for licensure as a teacher. Social work programs are accredited by the Council on Social Work Education. Licensure as a clinical social worker requires an MSW from a CSWE accredited program in all states. This is non-negotiable for clinical practice. Engineering programs are accredited by ABET. While not always required for employment, ABET accreditation is required for professional engineer licensure and is preferred by many employers. Whatever field you're considering, research whether programmatic accreditation exists and whether it's required for your career goals. This research prevents costly mistakes. Verifying accreditation status requires going to authoritative sources, not trusting program claims. Check accreditor websites directly. CFH, AACSB, CSWE, and other accreditors maintain public lists of accredited programs. Search their databases for the specific program you're considering. Confirm current accreditation status and the date of the next review. The Department of Education maintains a database of accredited post-secondary institutions. This database confirms institutional accreditation and is searchable online. It's the authoritative source for federal aid eligibility. The Council for Higher Education Accreditation also maintains a database of accredited institutions and programs. CHEA is a membership organization of accrediting bodies and provides a consolidated resource for verification. Critically, don't rely solely on what programs claim. Some programs misrepresent their accreditation status. Some claim to be accredited by organizations that aren't recognized accreditors. Some claim accreditation is in progress when no application has been filed. Go to the source and verify independently. The few minutes of verification can save years of wasted effort on a degree that doesn't serve your goals. Accreditation status isn't simply yes or no. Programs can be in various states. Full accreditation means the program has been reviewed and meets all established standards. This is the status you want. The program has demonstrated quality and will be reviewed again at a scheduled interval. Provisional or candidate status means a program is working toward full accreditation. New programs often start here while building their track record. Candidate status isn't necessarily bad for new programs, but understand that full accreditation isn't guaranteed. Graduating before full accreditation is achieved carries some risk. Probation means a program has issues requiring correction. The accreditor has identified problems and given the program time to address them. Attending a program on probation is risky. If they fail to address issues, accreditation could be withdrawn. Withdrawn or denied status means the program failed to meet standards. If accreditation has been withdrawn or denied, the program currently does not meet quality standards. Graduating from such a program may create significant career problems. When verifying accreditation, note the status type. Current full accreditation is ideal. Candidate status is acceptable for new programs with appropriate caution. Probation or withdrawn status should give you serious pause. Understanding what accreditors assess helps you appreciate what accreditation indicates about program quality. Mission and governance examines whether the program has a clear purpose and appropriate administrative structures. Is the program well led? Does it have adequate resources? Is it appropriately positioned within its institution? Curriculum and competencies assessment verifies that the program teaches what students need to learn. Does the curriculum cover required content areas? Are competencies clearly defined? Do courses align with stated learning objectives? Faculty qualifications and scholarship matter enormously. Are faculty appropriately credentialed in their areas of teaching? Are they active in their fields through research, practice, or professional engagement? Is the faculty-to-student ratio adequate for quality education? Student outcomes and continuous improvement are increasingly emphasized. Does the program track graduate outcomes? Are students completing the program and finding appropriate employment? Does the program use outcome data to improve its offerings? Accredited programs have been evaluated across all these dimensions and found to meet standards. This evaluation provides confidence that your educational investment will yield appropriate returns. New programs present a special consideration regarding accreditation. By definition, they cannot be fully accredited immediately. Accreditation requires a track record that new programs don't yet have. Most accreditors require programs to have graduated at least one class before granting full accreditation. This creates a chicken and egg situation. To become accredited, programs need graduates, but students may hesitate to enroll before accreditation is achieved. Candidacy or applicant status indicates a program is pursuing accreditation and has been accepted into the review process. This is generally positive for new programs, showing they intend to meet standards and have begun the journey. If you're considering a new program without full accreditation, assess the risk carefully. Is the program at a reputable institution? Has it achieved candidacy status? What is the timeline for expected full accreditation? What assurances exist if accreditation isn't achieved? Some new programs at established universities are excellent and achieve accreditation smoothly. Others struggle. The risk is real but may be acceptable depending on circumstances and your risk tolerance. International education adds complexity to accreditation considerations. U.S. accreditation systems don't apply to institutions in other countries. If you're considering a program abroad, you'll need to understand that country's quality assurance system and how degrees from there are viewed in the U.S. Some international institutions have sought U.S. programmatic accreditation even though they're not U.S. schools. For example, some international business schools have pursued AACSB accreditation. This can signal quality to U.S. employers. If you've earned a degree internationally and want to work in the U.S., credential evaluation may be needed. Services like World Education Services evaluate foreign credentials and provide U.S. equivalencies. Employers and licensure boards may require these evaluations. Professional licensure varies by jurisdiction. A degree that qualifies you for licensure in one country may not qualify you in another. If you plan to practice in the U.S., verify that your intended program produces a credential recognized for U.S. licensure, regardless of where the program is located. These international considerations require additional research beyond standard U.S. accreditation verification. Online program growth raises questions about accreditation, but the standards are the same. Whether a program is delivered online or in person, the accreditation standards it must meet are identical. CEF applies the same criteria to online MPH programs as to residential ones. AACSB applies the same standards to online MBAs. Verify online program accreditation the same way you would verify residential programs. Check the accreditor databases, confirm current status. Don't assume online programs are unaccredited and don't assume they are accredited. Verify. Some employers, rightly or wrongly, prefer residential program graduates. This preference is decreasing as online education becomes more accepted, but it still exists in some sectors. Consider whether your target employers have such preferences. Distance education approvals may be separate from program accreditation. Institutions offering online programs must be approved to offer distance education in various states. This is a regulatory compliance issue distinct from educational accreditation. Programs should handle this compliance, but it's another element to verify for online options. Accreditation directly affects your ability to finance your education. Federal financial aid, including federal student loans and many grants, requires that you attend an institution with accreditation recognized by the Department of Education. Without recognized accreditation, you're ineligible for federal aid. Institutional accreditation from a recognized regional accreditor is the baseline requirement for federal aid eligibility. This is why institutional accreditation is non-negotiable for most students who need any federal financial assistance. Some scholarships and grants additionally specify programmatic accreditation. Scholarships for public health students may require enrollment in CPH-accredited programs. Nursing scholarships may require CCNE or ASIN accreditation. Check scholarship requirements carefully. Veterans' benefits through the GI Bill are tied to institution approval status, which is connected to accreditation. Programs must be approved for VA benefits. If you're using veterans benefits, verify both accreditation and VA approval status. Financial implications make accreditation verification essential before enrollment. Discovering accreditation problems after you've enrolled and borrowed money creates serious difficulties. While accreditation is crucial in many contexts, there are situations where it matters less. In fields without licensure requirements, the direct career impact of accreditation is reduced. You can work in many roles without programmatically accredited credentials if no license is required for that work. Some employers evaluate skill and experience over credentials. Particularly in entrepreneurial and technology contexts, demonstrated capability may matter more than where your degree came from or whether the program was accredited. For career changers whose experience dominates their qualifications, the specific accreditation of an additional degree may matter less. If you have 20 years of health administration experience and add an MPH, the accreditation matters less than if the MPH is your primary credential. However, even when accreditation isn't strictly required, consider it as a quality signal. Accredited programs have met external standards for quality. Unaccredited programs have not. The accreditation process helps ensure you're getting a genuine education, not just paying for a diploma. Watch for these red flags when programs discuss accreditation. Some programs claim accreditation by bodies that aren't recognized by the Department of Education or CHEA. These accreditation mills exist to provide legitimacy cover for substandard programs. If you've never heard of the accreditor, verify its recognition status. Programs may claim candidacy status without verification. Anyone can say they're pursuing accreditation. Confirm with the accreditor directly that the program has actually been accepted into the review process and is actively pursuing accreditation. Be wary when programs emphasize institutional accreditation while ignoring required programmatic accreditation. Yes, the university may be regionally accredited, but if you need CSWE accreditation for social work licensure, institutional accreditation doesn't help. Programs highlighting the wrong type of accreditation may be deflecting from gaps. Defensive or evasive responses when asked about accreditation suggest problems. Legitimate programs readily discuss their accreditation status and provide verification resources. Programs that become defensive or change the subject may be hiding deficiencies. Trust your instincts if something feels wrong. Use this checklist to verify accreditation for any program you're seriously considering. Step 1. Confirm institutional accreditation. Go to the Department of Education database or the relevant regional accreditor website. Verify that the institution holds current regional accreditation. This is your baseline. Step 2. Identify required programmatic accreditation for your field. Research what accreditation your field requires. For public health, it's CFH. For nursing, it's CCNE or ASIN. For social work, it's CSWE. Know what you need before you look for it. Step 3. Verify programmatic accreditation with the specific accreditor. Go to the accreditor's website and search for your program. Confirm it appears on the list of accredited programs. Note the dates of accreditation and the next scheduled review. Step 4. Note the status type and any conditions. Full accreditation is ideal. If the status is candidacy, probation, or something else, understand what that means and assess whether it's acceptable for your situation. This verification takes only minutes, but protects you from years of wasted effort. Do it for every program you seriously consider. Let's summarize the essential points about accreditation. Accreditation serves as quality assurance for higher education. It indicates that a program meets established standards and enables career opportunities including licensure, certification, and employment in fields that require accredited credentials. Both institutional and programmatic accreditation matter, and you may need both. Institutional accreditation qualifies you for federal financial aid. Programmatic accreditation in your specific field may be required for licensure and preferred by employers. Verify accreditation directly through accreditor databases. Don't rely on program claims alone. Go to CFH, AACSB, CSWE, or whatever accreditor matters for your field and confirm current accreditation status. Accreditation status affects financial aid eligibility, professional licensure, and employment opportunities. Understanding and verifying accreditation isn't optional. It's essential protection for your educational investment. In our next video, we'll discuss crafting a statement of purpose that stands out, the key narrative document in your application. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you in the next video. Writing the thesis is a marathon, not a sprint, but you do not have to run it alone. If you are feeling stuck with your data or overwhelmed by your sources, let us help. Head over to subthesis.com. It is completely free and designed to make your life easier. You are making progress. Keep going. And don't forget to subscribe for more support.